You're about to experience the most listened to guided meditation ever delivered to a live audience. Hi, this is hypnotherapist John Morgan. During my 35 years of conducting personal improvement seminars, I've guided hundreds of thousands of clients into a life-changing meditative state called calm and collected. People have made changes they thought were impossible for them just by listening to the recording I'm about to share with you. There is no charge, only calm and collected feelings that unleash creative ideas, new attitudes, and productive behaviors. This meditation will take you on a relaxing trip to the beach where you'll dig your toes into the sand while your creative mind digs deep into the unlimited internal resources of your subconscious, producing the results you have tried to manifest in the past. Calm and collected is best described as a soft piece of magic. Listen to this guided meditation for 21 days in a row and witness for yourself your ability to make things appear out of seemingly thin air. Before listening to Calm and Collected, please come up with a word or phrase that represents the one thing you want to accomplish by listening to this recording. This word or phrase will be shorthand that your mind will recognize as your entire goal. For example, if you were asked to write an essay on the Federal Bureau of Investigation, you would only write that title once. Thereafter, you would refer to it as the FBI, and everyone would know what you were referencing. The same is true with your subconscious mind. It works best with trigger words or phrases or symbols. It knows exactly what you mean by them. So while you're coming up with your word or phrase, I have two reminders for you. Reminder 1. I have a free gift for you at my website, grasshoppernotes.com. You can download my free book, Interruption: The Magic Key to Lasting Change. This book is chock full of insights and exercises that will change your life. You can read it in a day and make changes that will last a lifetime. My second reminder is about my newest book. It's a personal journal filled with mini meditations that only take 5 minutes to do. It's called The Wisdom of the Grasshopper, 21 Days to Creativity, and it's available at blurb.com, and it's only $16.95. This book will have you unleash your wellspring of creativity and put it into action and have your hopes, dreams, and aspirations become reality. Get a copy for you and buy one for someone close to you too, and create more of your dreams together. And now, let's head to the beach and get calm and collected.
All right. Let's get comfortable. If you're using this to go to sleep with at night, just put your head back on the pillow. Take a few deep breaths or two. And for a moment, visualize or hear inside of your mind that word you've condensed, that word that has meaning for you. Now you can tell yourself or imagine for yourself that as you proceed, you're going to reinforce every positive, constructive, valuable suggestion that word emulates. It has a meaning, especially for you. And with your eyes comfortably closed, just roll your eyes up to the top of your head till you feel a little eye strain. Then relax your eyes and forget about your breathing. Part of your mind has been monitoring your breathing all of these years, day in, day out. And speaking of all of these years, I don't know how old you are or how young you are, but a part of your mind knows. And right now, I'd like you to take a little trip with me. I like to take my trip on a beach. Actually, it was a beach I was quite familiar with at one time in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I liked this trip because it allows me to have the beach all to myself. Something that never really happens in real life, but we're pretending. And I can feel myself walking through the sand on this warm beach, feeling my weight shift as I walk through the warm sand. And I look down at the ocean, and I see the waves rolling in, one right after the other. And I smell that beautiful seashore air. And I hear the sounds of the shore, the seagulls, the distant sounds that are close to me, even the sound of my own breathing. And I love that smell. And then you walk down towards the water's edge, down towards the tide land or the wet sand. And as you do, you begin to notice a change. The sand becomes damp and cold beneath your feet as you make that transition. And those waves just roll up and touch around your toes and your ankles, and they retreat back out to sea. And if you look down, you'll notice they may have left a little foam behind. And if you really look at that foam, it may begin to remind you of a lace tablecloth. And you reach down into that wet sand and you draw the number 5. 5. And as you look down at that number 5, you begin to notice a special sensation beginning in your feet. Now, for some folks, it begins in the toes, and for others, it begins in the heel. And whatever that sensation is for you, notice it and appreciate it, because it's your own sense of relaxation. And it will move at its own pace throughout your entire body, beginning in your feet. You can feel that sensation throughout your toes and the sinews and muscles of your feet. Each foot relaxing, moving up through the ankles, up into the shin area, right on up through the calf muscles, on up into the knees. And beginning today, and with each day in the future, that number 5 that you've etched in the sand begins to become associated with a feeling of relaxation from your knees all the way down to your toes. That number 5 just reinforces that feeling in that area of your body. And a wave comes along and just rolls over and washes away the number 5. And you reach down and you put the number 4 in the sand. 4. And as you look down at that number 4, that feeling of relaxation continues to move throughout your entire body, on up into the back of your knees, up into the thighs, on up into the hips, right up into your buttocks muscles. And you can feel all those muscles relaxing at their own pace, on their own timetable. And the number 4 becomes associated with a feeling of relaxation from your buttocks all the way down to the backs of your knees. That feeling of relaxation gets reinforced every time you count backwards and get to the number 4. And a wave comes along and just washes away the number 4. And you move a few steps down the beach. And you carve the number 3 in the sand. 3. And you look down at the number 3. And that feeling of relaxation moves into the groin, on up into the stomach muscles, the abdominals, around and through the small of your back, right up your spine. All those tiny little muscles along the spine relaxing. And that feeling of relaxation moving up through your stomach, your chest muscles relaxing as you breathe easier. And that feeling of relaxation is associated with the number 3 throughout your entire torso. It's reassuring to know that each time you think about the number 3, as you count down, that feeling of relaxation moves through your entire torso. And it feels good to be able to relax on your own terms, your own timetable. And a wave comes along and washes away the number 3. And you reach down and you put the number 2 in the sand. 2. And as you look down, that feeling of relaxation begins to move through your shoulders, your arms, your upper arms, down through your elbows, your forearms, wrists, hands, fingers, all those tiny little muscles relaxing. And all the cares and worries and stresses of the day just drain off your fingertips, just like a warm shower drains off your fingertips. And from this day forward, your mind begins to associate the number 2 with a feeling of relaxation from your shoulders all the way down through your arms, down to your fingertips. And it's fun to know that you can relax yourself just by counting backwards. And 2 is associated with a feeling of relaxation from your shoulders, through your arms, right down into your fingertips. And a wave comes along and washes away the number 2. And you reach down and you put the number 1 in the sand. 1. And as you look down at that number 1, that feeling of relaxation moves up through your neck muscles, on up into the back of your head, right up into your scalp. All those tiny little muscles underneath your scalp relax. And that feeling of relaxation moves downward across your forehead, your eyes, your temples, all your facial muscles relaxing, lips, mouth. You can even feel your jaw relaxing, the muscles in your throat, everything relaxing, feeling wonderful. And beginning this day and each day in the future, part of your mind associates the number 1 with the feeling of relaxation from your neck upward. And a wave comes along and washes away the number 1. And you walk back up towards the warm sand. You feel the difference, a change. And you draw a giant circle in the warm sand, just like a giant 0. And you step into that circle. Maybe you have a big beach towel or a chair. You stretch your body out inside that circle on your chair or your towel. And you can feel the warmth of the sun radiating downward. You can feel the warmth of the sand beneath you. And as you breathe in, you relax a little more deeply. And as you exhale, you relax even more deeply. And no matter how deeply you relax, part of your mind is listening, recording, utilizing any and every suggestion that I offer you, which is valuable and productive for you. And with each breath you take, you relax a little more deeply, and you begin to understand that things which in the past used to trigger feelings of being less than comfortable, those very same things, no matter what they are, begin now to trigger feelings of being calm and collected. And when you're calm and collected, you make better choices. And each time you make a more valuable choice, it becomes a part of you, and you reinforce it, and it becomes as natural as breathing. And those very same things, which in the past used to trigger feelings of being unresourceful, those very same triggers, whether they're in your awareness or not, begin now to trigger feelings of being calm, collected. What a great feeling. And when you're calm and collected, you make more valuable choices. And each time you make a more valuable choice, it becomes more and more a part of you. Just like the times table becomes a part of you when you learn that 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16. Notice you don't have to think about the answers. They just pop into your head. Just like productive, valuable thoughts pop into your head now. And each time you do this relaxation exercise and count yourself backwards from 5 all the way down to 0, your body and your mind will relax. And feelings which in the past, which used to take you over, those very same feelings will now be replaced by a feeling of being calm and collected. And each time you allow yourself to be more calm and collected, you make better choices. And each time you make a more valuable and productive choice, it becomes a part of you and gets stronger and stronger and stronger, to the point where the things that used to trigger unproductive thoughts and behaviors, those very same triggers out there in the environment, inside your own mind, those very same triggers now begin to trigger feelings of being calm and collected. And just notice how much better the choices you make are when you're calm and collected. And as you breathe in, you relax even more deeply. And as you exhale, you relax even more deeply. And no matter how deeply you relax, part of your mind is paying attention, recording all of this information, allowing you the freedom to outgrow the old way and grow into a new way, a way that's natural for you, a way to feel calm and collected anytime you choose. And as you know now, when you're calm and collected, you make more valuable choices. And each time you make a more valuable choice, it becomes a part of you, to the point where you don't have to think about it anymore. It just happens naturally. And it feels good to know that you're in control, that you control your feelings, that you control your emotions. And it takes very little effort. Just knowing that you have the ability to outgrow the old way and grow into a new way. And when you feel that you've done enough work this time around, you can just open your eyes or continue on to rest. Your choice.